Hey, Luke here. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about managing time with kids. How can you get anything done if you are consistently being distracted or your attention needed? Where else in life are you asked to focus on things when you have all of these distractions constantly at you? You might have searched how to get stuff done and you've learned that you're supposed to single task and focus on one thing at a time. And you're just wondering, how on earth do I even do that with kids? Especially if you're staying at home and you might be homeschooling or you're doing a side hustle to provide financially for your family. Sounds impossible, right? I'm not here today to tell you how to live your life, but I'm here to help you master the mundane so that you have more time for what matters. I've reduced what I know down into 3 steps that will address how to focus on one task, how to control what you're able to control, and to make progress even when you're consistently being interrupted by your children. What we want to do is to find ways to get everything out of our heads so that we can get rid of all the internal distractions, find the easiest path for doing stuff, and recognize what time and when is best to do what. Here are the 3 steps to help you manage time as a parent. 1, write everything down. Get into the habit of writing stuff down. Don't commit it to memory. Write it on a piece of paper or whatever is your preferred method of writing things down. Could be your phone. The key is that you write this stuff down on a list that you know you will look at again, because then you can trust yourself and the system that it is going to look after that thing and you can truly let go of it. 2, pick your task for the moment. There are 3 types of lists or things that we should be thinking about. 1 is the must do's, your bare minimum target for the day. This is what you will be doing when your motivation is low. So you set your standard achievable for every single day. 2 are the easy to haves, the ones that you can do when kids are hanging off you and complaining and saying your name constantly. They're very actionable. You don't have to do much thought. It's just a matter of getting it done. And then the third one is the nice to haves. These are the ones that you will be doing when you've got space in the evening or a bit of time early in the morning before everyone's up. These are the ways that we will handle things. We have the must haves, the easy to haves, and the nice to dos. You've likely heard it said that you need to be single focused, and you're probably right now thinking, how on earth do I do that with kids? Our energy is limited. We've got to be ruthless about deciding what our goals are. A solution for us parents would be clarify our next possible steps, pre plan what it is that we're going to do in that easy phase time, the times that the kids are around. We pre-plan the times that are nice to have, the rare sort of opportunities we get in the evening and the morning with space to think, and we make action steps. So do the doing when the kids are around and the thinking when the kids are not around. The doing, we want them as short action steps, little quick bursts of focused energy to make progress, not to do the whole thing, but to do a step. So the more you can step it out, the more you can do it. Do one here, do one there, keep smashing out the little steps of the goal. Don't try and do it all or do the thinking when the kids are around. Pick your opportunities. Choose when to do what. Number 3, time is a resource. You are most effective if you decide specifically how you are going to spend it. Don't just try and stretch out the day and do all of these things, but specifically place each piece in the day and how you're going to do it. Even senseless, doing nothing time is more productive if you've planned it than to plan nothing and spend time doing nothing. Plan what you can for the week. Make routine as possible. Decide as much as you can that is going to fall into a regular way of doing things so that you spend less decision energy on things. Even just choose which day of the week you're going to go shopping. Make routines. Routine, not scheduled. As parents, as the day goes by, things will not land exactly how you are. It's more important to think about the order of things than the specific time doing it. Otherwise, as soon as it goes off from schedule, you will get stressed and it will be not a nice time. So a routine, not a schedule. Be sustainable. Redeem the time that you have. If you don't do it in the time and space that you're imagining, don't stretch your time and space and try and squeeze it in. Reprioritize if you fail to get the stuff done that you imagine you would get done. Once it doesn't happen, sit down and decide now what is most important, because there's likely to be things that have become most important. And if you try and just stick to the schedule and stretch things out, you will miss what is most important. And finally, my last point about time as a resource. Work is work. Don't feel guilty if it doesn't give you a paycheck. Some things at home don't give paychecks. A lot of things at home don't give paychecks. But if you think it's truly of low value to you, consider hiring help to do that thing and you do something else. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you next time. Here's an example for you. I filmed this YouTube video on Friday morning before I went to work, before anyone was up. Now it's Saturday morning, I'm home with the kids, and I'm finding little bits of time and focused energy to spend just doing editing, and one of my favorites is wandering around carrying the little wee baby in the front pack so we can be close. She's cuddling. If she gets restless, I might put her down to play with some toys or pause to carry on editing another time. So I've done all my thought and the difficult stuff in the evening or the early morning when the kids aren't around. And then when I actually go to do the practical steps, I usually find that I'm able to do those things when the kids are around because it doesn't require as much thought. So I know it's not going to be the same as maybe a stay-at-home parent looking after the kids all the time who have big things to do around the house, big chores and stuff. But as an example of what I'm doing was I'm working still in the day, and I'm trying to do these videos and things in and around that, bits of coaching here and there. This is how it works for me, is if you leave your thought for the difficult times and the practical steps for those little easier focus slots that you can get done in the day. Hope that helps. This channel is for those who feel stretched thin. My aim is to help us master the mundane and overcome the overwhelm, to focus on what's most important so that we have more time for what matters.